I'm Big John, and welcome to another episode of the Diz Ability Show. This week, coming to you from my condo at Sunday River. This week, I want to talk about some rope drop tips. Now, when people go to Disney, especially the first timers, they want to rope drop the bigger attractions. Avoid the crowds at rope drop. Do what I do. And do some of the smaller rides first. Then, if you have a DAS pass, you can use it to get a return time for some of the bigger rides. That way, you're not wasting a morning waiting in line. So anyway, that as always, if you have any questions on how to do Disney for people with disabilities, let me know in the chat watching this live or in the comments if you're watching this later, and I'll make sure it gets into a future episode. And now it's time for this week's Top 5. Valentine's Day is right around the corner, and you don't always think romance with Disney, but in fact, there are some very romantic things to do there. So this week, we're going to cover my top 5 romantic things at Disney. Number 5, the specialty themed Valentine treats. So during this time of year, of course, any time of year, you'll find amazing goodies from all over the resort with like heart-shaped brownies and stuff like that. And when it's made by Disney, it's incredible. And you gotta love it. You really do. Number 4, the Carousel of Progress, but more specifically, the Valentine's Day scene of Carousel of Progress. You know, at the turn of the century, and with the daughter getting ready to celebrate, getting ready for the big Valentine's dance. And it's very romantic and kind of every teenage girl's Valentine dream. If you know, you know. Number 3, the firework dessert parties. Now, we've done a firework dessert party about, I'd say, 7 years ago now. And it is awesome, especially with a couple. It is just jaw-dropping amazing. I mean, especially at the top of Bailey Tower, because that is the big spot right there. The best place to see the fireworks if you're not in the Magic Kingdom. Ooh, getting a lot of confetti emoji. People in the chat, don't be shy. You can talk to me. Number 2, Beauty and the Beast live on stage. Now, this is one of the best stage shows at Hollywood Studios. And romantic because it shows the story of Belle finding her beast, and true love always saves the day. And it is one of the best shows, as I said, at Hollywood Studios. And my number 1 romantic thing at Disney, the wedding pavilion at the Grand Floridian. Now, this pavilion is beautiful. It's one of the best places to get married on Disney property. We have seen many a wedding in in progress by going by this building, with the bride arriving in Cinderella's pumpkin coach, which is, and it will is my dream, maybe if when I find in the future, hopefully, to be married somewhere on property. So let me know in the chat or in the comments what your favorite romantic thing is at Disney. And now it is time for Diz or Dat. Now, on both coasts, Pirates of the Caribbean is definitely a classic. At Disneyland, it's in New Orleans Square. And it's a lot longer because you got to go, because the boat's got to go down a waterfall, but also has to go up a waterfall. And at the Magic Kingdom, it's an Adventureland, and it's much shorter because obviously you don't have to go up the waterfall in that version. So let me know in the chat or in the comments which version of Pirates of the Caribbean you prefer, Diz, the Disneyland version, or Dat, the Walt Disney World version. And now it's trivia time. All right, last week we asked, what name does Ursula use when she takes human form in The Little Mermaid? The correct answer was Vanessa. Congratulations if you knew the answer at home. And now here is this week's trivia time question. What scout... Hi, Emma Mlumba. All right, here's this week's trivia time question. What scouting organization does Russell belong to in Up? Be the first one in the chat or in the comments with the correct answer, and you will receive 100 cool points. So, this week, Disney has announced that the man himself, Josh D'Amaro, will be succeeding Bob Iger next month as the CEO of the Walt Disney Company. I am proud of this news because Josh D'Amaro is a man of the parks. He has been president of both Disneyland and Walt Disney World, as well as president of Disney Parks. And now having him as the head honcho, it's perfect. And he promises the parks will have some classic appeal returning to them. And I hope he lives up to this promise. Trust me, anyone is better than Robo Chapek. Hi, Victoria Bautista. And of course, meeting Josh D'Amaro is on my bucket list. Some of you may know, back in October, I met the president of Walt Disney World, Jeff Valle, which is awesome. One of the greatest days of my life. And hopefully the day I meet Josh D'Amaro will get on that list too. I'm hoping. So Josh, lead the company to success and don't screw it up. So anyway, that's our show. As I said, if you have any questions on how to do Disney for people with disabilities, let me know in the chat if you're watching this live, or in the comments if you're watching this later. And I make sure it gets to do a future episode for this week. Shout outs. Make sure you guys check out my boy Mike the Park Knight. He does great videos, mostly short videos nowadays from Disney and Universal. Definitely check him out. Also, make sure you guys check out my pal Ron from Ron on the Go. He is currently on a Disney cruise throughout Italy. Definitely check him out. Also, make sure you guys check out my pal Kevin Valente. He does great videos from the parks. Definitely check him out. Also, make sure you guys check out Fun to Be Free. He does great live streams from the parks all the time. Definitely check him out as well. If you haven't subscribed yet to the Big John Network, what in the Walt Disney World are you waiting for? And ding the bell for notifications so you never miss a second of the fun. And until next time, may the mouse be with you.